All right, so I got to make this quick, really quickly. Ooh, wee wee. Oh no! I just sold my whole position. I just sold my whole position. Mother of God, bruh is right, dude. You son of a bitch. Huh? Already did. I already did, brother. Yeah, that's not how that was supposed to go. I'll stop out of that. All right, so real quick, let's go ahead and take a look at the cues, guys, as we get. Well, we're already looking at them, but I'm going to pull that over here to my left as we try to approach those lows slowly but surely, kind of making our way down. But taking a look at the 24-hour yesterday, we talked about that red overhead possibility to kind of spill out. You know, if we've saw the floor get lost, and if the floor got lost, I had one target, which we're basically at. But there is a secondary target following at 701, and we are getting closer to what could be that a next leg down. So just for those of you guys who are looking short, also, if you guys didn't see, I am probably, I'm sure you guys probably did, wherever the fuck I put it. Yeah, I am so for those of you guys on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere else, in 10 days, I'm out. I already booked my vacation, so I will be you're in Delputs. You demand dog. Thank you, Zeus. I appreciate you, buddy.
Where you going?
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah. 10 bands later.
Where you going?
Orlando. Orlando. All right.
You guys Universal?
Huh?
You guys doing Universal Studios?
Yeah, we're doing 5 days.
Bro, we just came back from that like 2 weeks ago. We had a blast.
Yeah,
You
we
guys
got
were
that.
so much fun. We thought it was more fun than Disney.
Yeah, dude, I always think that it's more fun than Disney, dude. Oh, whoa, whoa, mamma mia.
About to take my kid there now, man.
Shit, fly out.
It's probably cheaper to fly out there than it is out here, bro, to be honest.
Might be, dude. Might be, might be. Bro, we just came back from Epic last week. Oh, no way, Zeus. Did you guys have fun? Zeus is hanging out with us in live, trying to keep it kosher. All right. All right, so let's take a look at SPY, guys. As we get to the end of the day, that overhead is becoming heavy. That overhead is looking at the floor at minimum. Of course, that could lead to continuation of the downside if that floor at 746 is lost. It's not lost, and it is falling rather quickly, but I say the floor is probably one of the things we could be looking for, maybe by the end of the day. So that's right. You give me the rest of my money. So again, it doesn't mean just because I'm doing the analysis on it doesn't mean I'm doing it. Now we got a lead and lag situation on IWM though, with multiple rejections overhead and a willingness to continue to stay underneath 297. I think this one goes down to 292.80 and possible. I need to add some time on that one, but 289.76 could be a likely target if we lose to 94.10. And I might pop Peyton Small account into that little speculation there. You know, I even like the way that we pulled back today. So he said, "Nah, man, it's good. We used to live in the ghetto." Okay. No, noted, noted. If it's in Savannah, we probably lived in the same neighborhood I did. All right, now it's heavy right now. A lot of things haven't lost. A lot of things are heading towards support. A lot of things are falling very quickly. So again, tomorrow it's going to be bounce retest likely if we don't see that overnight price action. For and I really don't have much to go over. I did, however, get some Giz up. That one shot out as it should after yesterday. I had some shorter expiration contracts, and those are up about 150%. So I went ahead and peeled those all the way the fuck off, and let's see if we can get the rest out of this jizz up to 4108. So if you have anything you would like for me to take a look at, the rest of the time here tonight is yours. So let me know what you're looking at here. Huh?
They bleep jizz.
Do they do? Do they do? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Hey, dude, for real.
That's great. Yeah.
Bro. He said jizz. He said peep.
So listen, I have nothing to say. What do you want me to, again, I'm just like everybody else at all-time highs, guys. There, unless I have a channel that I found previous to the breakout or something of that nature. But as far as Apple is concerned, this did basically do what we thought it was going to do, right? At the highs, building. It did pop out. It did get sucked back in, but didn't lose a cost basis and popped right the fuck back out. So I have nothing to say, guys. Again, if you're in it, awesome. If you're making money on it, even better. But if you're looking to get into it, you're being a dork. That's it. So again, I'm always going to be keeping 100 with you guys when it comes to this kind of stuff, because there's no sense in me just trying to throw some stuff in the air. Okay. All right. Well, why don't you just kiss me on the mouth, Dell? I might have to wait on this one, but man, does that look heavy. You got a lot of empty space up there, but underneath that floor, I think this channel plays out, and I think we hit 342.72. Man, I didn't get any of that jizz. Oh, dude, we'll get you some. All right, let's see here.
Oh, dude, Nike. Have you seen that?
No, dude, I have been. Oh, dude, yeah, look at that
I haven't seen
upside.
the chart, but holy fuck,
Dude, and that, listen, that, so who asked me about that yesterday? And I think they asked me about it short, and I was like, brother, with that big wick down
I
there.
got out of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, after the consolidation, it's a smart move to not stay in something like that. But now with this closing at the overhead, might see a break. I'd say, again, you have to pay attention to that short term. But I think if you can break through that structure overhead, you got a $47 target. And I would imagine, right, that price probably runs within that channel because oh man, this shit's beautiful. So channels are control. Sometimes we lose control. Sometimes we regain that control. That is what it looks like to regain somewhat of control. You popped back on that lower channel and you pulled yourself back up. So I would say 48.37. That's not bad. That's not bad. But the expiration probably should be out 48. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. All right. A little low risk in there.
Good shit, Joker. I want to get in this one.
I have a question though.
I'm literally pulling up the charts, and I'm like, holy crap.
So on Peyton's fucking $2,000 plus account, I'm spending $88 on Nike. So not bad. Not bad at all. Come on,
Bro, did you
Q's.
just raise the ask?
Did I do what?
Did you just raise the ask, bro, for 40 years next week?
48 next week, yeah. I'm going with my target on that one. Potter sold 5 Nike Cons for 200%. Potter box for life. Zeus, you asking for a request? You want me to take a look at Cisco for you? Dude, we got young Zeus out here looking at Cisco. I think you're better off shopping there for now. Not a bad, actually, you know what? That thing above 111 has a nice little shot up here. We like Zeus, if you're watching, bud. We like just like if you were to, lose a floor or fall below your rock climbing, right? We want that price to go and grab the bottom of that green candle right there, and then on the top of that, we would see a pretty strong move up to 117. So not bad. That's pretty good chart there, my boy. All right. Oh, dude, this kid knows all the thing. He said, what about NVIDIA? Okay, that's interesting. We'll take a look at that in a minute. That's interesting. Microsoft trying to make it did punch through the box, failed to execute the rest of that volume, but you haven't lost anything, and that's always going to be the number one thing. Is even if you're red, right? It doesn't matter if you're pulling back fast or you feel like the apocalypse is about to hit. Very nice cues. Trying to tickle the floor. So I would say at the moment, maybe a nice retest off of 401. But if anything, obviously underneath that, you're looking at a 399.78, and at that point, downside. But I would say that, even yeah, heck yeah. Look. So again, how do we know whether something has a decent probability to go back up? By the way people sold, by how fast it pulled back. And how can we reuse that box? By reusing that box. 403.88, and not the cost basis, but the 404.78 overhead. But once that price, by the way, moves through that box and we use it to go back up, guess what? The box is dead. It no longer ever gets used again. And that's the 3-minute, but just for an example. Oh my God, Jesus. Doing analysis here and then fucking, oh my God. Yo, that's fucking 380%, Poppy. Oi.
Damn, the keys are jumping, Papa.
Baby. That, and you know why I shorted this, guys? Look on the
Full
5.
protection?
That's why I went short on this sucker. Yeah.
Good, that's good. Yeah.
That's fine.
All right. Now it's time to go ahead and sell some dork my contract. Here you go, dork. Go ahead and chase that bad boy. And I'm gonna leave just a few runners here.
That boy
Oh,
in for a treat, huh?
yeah, yeah, man. Next time his mom goes live, dude, we'll have to send him some gifts too.
QQQ's dropping. Potter goes, oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted right there. All right, I'm gonna trim that off. Trim that off. By the way, yes, for those of you who are asking, all of everything on my website is discounted until Friday. So just letting you know. All right. Yeah. Because I'm investing in Nvidia and Costco. Oh, are you, man? Dude, very good, man. You know what? That's an awesome thing for you to be learning, especially, while your mom's on the grind. Now, with NVIDIA, my friend, this actually is where the chart is going to tell you, right, where price wants to go up. Or think of it like if your mom tried to sell pastries at a higher price, right? She sells a box of these pastries at $2.11 and people like them. And then when the price gets to $213.92, all of a sudden her clientele drop off, right? So we know that if it gets back up above $213.92, that people are willing to buy at that price, and that price will likely continue moving up. So we want to see that overhead 214 get pushed out and over. For now, right? People are kind of upset with the way that prices or where price is right now. So we might be looking at a little bit more downside. But I can tell you this, 211.14. Set an alert on that, everybody. That's where price goes back up. You got it, buddy. All right, Google paid. Yeah, man, dude, Google paid, bro. If you took that one short downside, holy hog heaven. That thing, and you know what it hit? What it hit, guys? Probably a little bit past it, actually. Yeah, a little bit past your imbalance. What is this?
Oh,
Wet?
shit, that's fire.
Yeah. If you have weak volume, the imbalance is a big bodyguard. But if you have good volume, it's a weak little poopy head, and you can just shoot right over it. Boy, I tell you what, that's a big old red boy right there. The Qs found their floors. You want to know where the Qs found their floor? Oh no. I'll tell you what's happening right now. Yep. At the end of the empty space, guys. It's like the yellow brick road. Like, would you go, like, once a yellow brick road? Why do I hear myself?
Oh, okay. I think somebody is unmuted.
Something's going wrong.
Hey yo, Lodian, kill your mic, brother.
Who is it? Oh my.
Loading capital.
There's nothing more that I dislike than hearing my own voice. No, just kidding. I'm sorry.
I love your voice, Garrett.
I'm not everybody. Yo, how do you join the Discord? Zeus? Just shoot me a DM, buddy. I'll Yeah, well I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up, man. Just shoot me a DM here on TikTok and we'll get you workshopping.
Yo, I don't want to cut you off. I gotta go. But don't forget Netflix has earnings tonight. If you're gonna take a look at it.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
All right.
right.
You guys have a good day, though. I'll
You
talk
too,
to you
bro.
tomorrow.
Later,
Yeah,
Nico.
you too, brother.
Take it easy, brother.
Peace.
All right. So first initial target that screams at the chart is 80. And that's with the argument that price does not want to go down. And for the third time today, yeah, look at that. This is good shit. Excuse my language, but this is good, right? Look at the cues, man, just jorking right around 703.50. All right, so let's go to the 4 hour. You know what? It's written in the wall. It's okay. So downside, I want you guys to pay attention to this. Do you see that bounce? Do you see how it goes sideways for just a second? That actually makes it harder to go down. Do you see that right here? No. You gap up, you pop, and you just fly. So that actually would make price fall down quicker. But the target would only be the floor, unless we have something underneath you, which I just don't. The only thing that I think you guys were looking at, right, was 63. So 63.71 would, yeah, I guess be a suitable target. I don't think that one holds. Maybe. I'm going to shut up, actually, because that's just what I think. Best case scenario, 87, but let's look at the contracts, because that's always going to be the reason why or why not I do something like this. Any other earnings of interest after hours? Jesus Christ, dude, these contracts are jacked to the toots. That guy. 87s aren't terrible, but that's reaching into the stars.
Potter, did you trade UNH? I meant the earnings?
No. What happened?
Dude, that shit wicked off of 462, bro.
No way, dude. I was a couple of, yeah. Yo, that's actually nuts. That's nuts. I said 460. So yeah. Damn, I'm shitty at this, guys. I gotta get better at this. Gotta get better. Stop scamming.
Wait, did that pull all the way down?
Yeah.
Yo, Junior, what did I say last night, bro?
Did you say that was gonna happen? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
You're a market G.
Zeus, I have a lot of equity in Target.
Jesus.
Still waiting on the 80 to 90% discount on the Discord? Oh, brother.
Dude, UNH last earnings, it repeated the same thing the second day around. So it went all the way up the second day around.
Am I in AA? No, dude, I almost got in on that day where it hit 50.89. But now at this point, I don't know if I really want to participate. It does move okay on earnings here and there. I will be your number one fan if I had a chance to go for a day and a half for an autograph. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. I like it after the earnings. Everyone that traded UNH got crushed by the EV when it opened. Ivy, but yes, and I don't know, something about that setup, guys, just didn't please me. Need that monthly Discord, man. We're gonna make you so much money that you could buy a fucking tattoo of the Potterbox strategy on your arm and join. Just gotta lock in. All right, keep going. What else do we have here? Discord's 334. Okay, we're making good time here. MRK uppies off of cost basis. Ooh, okay. Merc. Bro's trying to get merked. So what do you got underneath you? Ooh, you're getting pulled down. So how do we find out if you're going to bounce? We tell a story. Gather round, kids. Step 1, 126.78. In balance, 126.10. And 125. So what's above? Okay, small range, not a box. So we're going to need to reclaim 128. And if it couldn't be any mother freaking clear, you need to be above 129.58. So a couple of things to click over and we could see some upside on that. You're gathering around. What is NVIDIA doing? Damn, that looks like it's about to fall, actually. I don't know if I would go short on it.
Yesterday.
Yeah, but listen, I'm gonna set an alert right here because I know how NVIDIA moves when it likes to sit. But because I mean, I know that Neil was not having, visions. He was really seeing that 219 empty space up above, and we have the consolidation as of right now. Maybe not the actual setup we want, but we have the consolidation to potentially get that done. But big but. I think you can gap fill or 203.77. So I don't know if that one's worth a position unless you're looking at, you want to short it much further through that box, which, again, it's up to you, but I don't know how I feel about that one. Dang, dude, Qs cannot catch a W. Do you guys remember what I said about SoFi? Do you guys, everybody who was there in the first part of this, right? That I was downside and upside. This was a straddle, right? With longer expiration on both sides. So I have a feeling that you're looking at a SoFi here in the near future specifically underneath $17. And you're likely to see, I see a gap down at the floor at 15 on the weekly. So I'm glad the Qs aren't bouncing, but at the same time, that also means that we don't have any buyers here and price could try to fall more, which could be 701. That'd piss me off a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oracle downside. My God.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah, dude. It went and tried to graze my target and then gave up and fucking just died. And listen, what's the biggest lesson here? Trying to trade the upside when something's clearly in the downside is always the riskiest. It's just like shorting. This is one of the things that I watch people lose their ass on. And I know I'm going to be talking to a couple of people watching on TikTok, especially everybody who wants to go short as soon as something goes up. Because if you want to be able to hold things through, you don't have to capture every move. You need to just capture the big ones, And so anyway, just dumb flush. A weak upside, dumb flush. So I'd say right now, man, with Oracle, you got a long way. You got 122.80 as a bounce floor, and I don't know if I would go short there until that's lost. TJX, not bad. Damn, you guys should be up, right? Those of you who got in this one, you're looking for a 155.75 break to give you confirmation for departure for your flight on Southwest Airlines to 160. If this thing pulls back, it's going to be a Spirit Airlines flight. He just said Spirit Airlines at the same time. That was weird. Get no applause. See, a lot of you guys are right. Jizz, yeah, it's good. So good. It's gonna pull back. It's just the way that this thing moves. So watch the range, watch the box, watch the floor. There you go. Amazon shit the bed. It did. It did. Yeah. Wicked out this morning, tapped, and actually, you know what though? This is the thing, right? This is the wicks that you were trying to get above, right? And then this was like the floor that you were trying to reach for. So you didn't even have the volume to do that. That one's going to come back and I think touch 149 here. Potter, can you look at PLTRs? I'm nervous about Trump's speech. I think they're about to say something. I think that PLTR has news. Jesus fuck. Excuse my language, sorry. Hold on. Hey Peyton, do you want me to put your whole account into PLTR? Sure, honey. I would love that.
I grabbed a bunch of 140s for tomorrow.
All right, watch it.
12
I'm
cents.
about to bump your shit up.
Does PLTR have earnings?
I don't think so. I just really like that candle close on that in the hourly 2-hour box. I'm willing to take a chance on that bad boy. Your expiration is tomorrow for what strike? So you need to learn how to roll, brother. Stop, drop, and roll. Wait, hold on a second. Remember that, Junior? Oh shit. No shit. Damn, I was not here today to watch that, but damn, that fell flat. I said it would want a pull. Did I not say that? I think I did. I say so much shit, I can't remember. But pull back, retest, go for the punchback. That actually looks pretty bitchin'. I think you have two targets, 138.37 and 140. And that definitely looks like something that could make its attempt tonight. We need 136 overhead. You did? I did? Okay, cool. Any thoughts on Irene? Anybody ever dated an Irene? I don't even think I've ever met an Irene. I did, but I think she was like a secretary. It's too old for me. Yeah, so today's high, or rather actually 35.74 is a reversal area. I would set a trigger there, and then you still have a 33.89 to hit. So what are your thoughts on people that charge for a Discord? They better have something fucking worth charging for. If it's on Google, go fuck yourself. If it's on if somebody else created it, go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. But Mark Minervini, who's a fucking world championship trader, has a course. You know what I mean? Like, I don't buy that. Subscribe to the argument that somebody who is making money trading shouldn't try to make money somewhere else. That's literally dumb. Literally dumb. I mean that. Oh, mommy.
Can you do me a favor?
It was up.
Can you look at Roblox? I tried to post something earlier, just text in the grow chat earlier,
Ooh.
and Discord totally censored me, so I can't text or anything. I can't post my charts.
Well, what does it say when you post it?
It says that my access has been limited. That I fucked up the guidelines or something. But I'll show you. I'll have to.
I didn't
I
do
can't
that.
even post anything to. I can read you what I tried to post. It was kind of crazy.
Alex, will you see if that's on our side or something like that? If you like triggered a bot or something like that? But just take a second and try to figure out why he can't post that. But dude, I want to short that. I said, holy crap. I don't know if you're looking to long that one, but
No, that's why it looks like Scott. We got max rotations. I like it
Yeah.
down too, but the contracts are a little janky.
Are they?
They're not the
Oh
greatest.
my god! But yeah, that's nasty. But if it dumped hard, you would see a pretty nice push. There, maybe straighten out that fucking. Next week's aren't bad at the 50. Yeah, next week's aren't bad for 49, and yeah, 49s are. Hold on, let me see. Okay, so that's you're either going to be down 50%.
Yeah, see, the target strikes are what's the problem, because those
Yeah.
strikes on the chain are just shit.
You'd almost have to get the 80 51s. You really don't have much of a choice on that one for July 24th.
Yeah, that's as tight as it's getting. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, any other way you could try to tighten the spread on the fit. Let me see if I can do it. Try and straighten up the spread real quick. Hold on.
Wait, you could tighten a spread? How do you do that?
I enter on
It's his
I
capital.
raise.
He just like buys 5,000 worth of.
I can raise the bid and I can raise the ask if I take, so like right now the bid on the Roblox 50s are 63. So if I was to bid 64 on 25, 30, 40, 50, 100 contracts, I could try to lift that bid up. And what some people will do is they'll raise their raise or lower depending on if they're staggering entries, they'll do that. So that way, A, you're not being seen, but then also B, you're kind of giving yourself a more favorable spread. So you can actually tighten the spread with minimal volume and then get in on that tight spread. Yeah, I don't think I've ever talked about that, but yeah.
Contract does it have to be though? Hotter?
It depends on the volume that's on the actual stock. So if Roblox has, 90,000 people on that strike, you're not moving shit, so, but if it's just like a stock. The lower volume it is, the more likely you're going to show up. So I'm in PayPal 724, but the Theta burning into them, is that okay? I don't think that people are gonna, oh my God, fuck you, Q's. Fuck you. I said that. I said that. I said it! Oh, you little shit. Hold on 1 second. I got out, by the way, of PayPal. All I have is like $60 contracts that are dead. They're dead. They were never worth anything in the first place, so. Your live was not eligible for recommendation because of harassment or bullying. Shut up, TikTok. All right, so let's see really quickly. I need to look at IWM because that might be my lead and lag on that one. You said Dell's free falling? Very good. Yeah, watch the wick clearance right now. Right the fuck now. Now. 391.25, clear that, and you should drop straight to the floor. Easy money. If you can clear the wick. The cues look treacherous. All right, let's see here. F Baba. Yeah, true that. But hold on. Gotta look at it. No, JD. You're looking at JD, Poppy, right? Oh shit, look at it go. Okay. You got the floor at 29.50 on that powder. 31.
Got an alert on Meta.
It does have a play right now if it punches down through this box.
Punching down an hour.
On the 30? I don't have it. I have it on the 30, just hitting the cost basis now, which would lead to 645.
Hey Garrett, on the keys, do you see 698 on the 24-hour, which
Yes.
it bounced previously?
Yes. Yes. That is the same level I have.
Thank you, senor.
You got it, Poppy.
I have the 695s for tomorrow.
Looking at the meta contracts for the, because just like when it rips, right? The highest probability target is 641. How much are those? But I'm trying. The last time I told you that I was lying at the beginning. It was fucking with my mind. Oh boy. I hate that though. One of the things I don't like about this setup is it's a channel. Set an alert on that one. I think I'll be able to catch that one. Man, Qs are fucking free falling. At the very end of the day, if you are holding short positions, I am going to be hedging the Qs, okay, for the worst case scenario, which is on the higher time frame, a retest, right, of something around 710. Because we are about to hit, in fact, I think we are literally about to touch it right now. Look at that candle, right? And if I move to the lower time frame, I don't have to look at this stuff. I just know that that candle close is likely going to be, voila, cost basis. That's some highfalutin shit right there, boy. All right. And it bounced. And it bounced. Motherfucking goddamn, look at that shit. PLTR is starting to pump. Brother, I'm gonna have to show you what pumping means. Wait, hold on, pause. Reverse. Reverse. Hit the reverse button.
Okay.
Never mind. How old are you, Steven? Oh shit. All right, let's see. Up. Spartan? The hell's up? Adobe up. I think maybe. Oh, Joker, did you get that one today? Or did you miss that? I know you've been watching Adobe, dude. Looks like the range is getting hit, but what the most important aspect of this is Adobe has grabbed 233.50. So yeah, there is. I mean, I do see a 238 and 41 target, and then of course empty space up to 245 and 249. So, oh God.
You say Adobe?
Yeah, yeah. Did you catch that bad boy?
Bro, I'm telling you, no chart was open today for me, brother.
No? Oh, fuck. That's all right, man. Chalk it up to the game, my boy.
Hey Potter,
Yo, what's up, boss?
you think ISRG could fill up its gap that it did yesterday?
Let's see.
I just missed my entry on that ES to take it back up.
Did it bounce? Did it bounce on it on that bad boy? Oh, look at that bad boy. Listen.
Bottom ticket.
I hedged
Oh,
myself
I saw
right
it
on the
right there.
fucking call. Bro, I love
Oh, I
this.
wanted all that.
I don't know who made this system, but I'm gonna kiss him on the mouth today.
That's gonna be weird.
Hey.
I made the system.
Huh?
Because me, I made the system.
Oh, get out of here. No, you didn't. Fraud. Fraud. No, I was kidding. Yeah, so really quickly, for those of you guys who are new to my channel, you know, Zeus, I know, I forgot you were hanging out in here. This is a punchback. What you're watching right now, I look for price to, especially if I'm privy to where price will likely bounce. If the floor gets reclaimed, if the 50% mark of the box gets broken, then you go and touch a new high. On the 1 minute, that new high may be another new cost basis, which is why it's important to be focusing and looking for empty space. That allows for price to move. Not that this can't, but watch that try to go and tap 705.60 if it can clear that overhead. How'd I forget? I didn't see your comments. All right, Papa, would I look at BE? Yeah, let's say BE. Listen, guys. That was a good did you see that when I posted that? Let me go. Where's that thing at, dude? Is that the fucking beginning of July? Yeah. Look at this. This is what I posted on this inside of my channel. Never mind, I can't do it now. Yeah, that was BE. Just like that. Potential punch down, right? Get sunk underneath the lows. Look at that bad boy right now. Sheesh. Longer expirations, if you're looking at this one, I very much think that we're looking at a potential breakdown underneath that floor. There is a retest available here, of course, just like there was before, but you've got nothing but net underneath you to 177. So that was the original intention. Yes, so the punchback promises a new high, which we want that new high to have nothing in front of it. That's why when people hand me charts, you know, I'm like, ugh. All right. feel like I skipped this one. Like I looked at it, it made me angry. Can it fill up the empty space? It
Do you
can.
see that on the cues?
Oh my god, I'm up so fat.
Oh, that bounce was 1000%.
Oh my god,
Oh,
dude.
crap.
Hey, yo, dude. Holy shit, dude. That's what it means when you don't watch your goddamn P&L. Now, so going back again, those of you guys on TikTok, here you are. Here it is on every time frame, on every it doesn't matter what it is. This is my system, right? And you can see target gets hit. Where does it stop? Structure, right? But I do expect for this to go right here in just a second. I'll go tap 706.
You forgot to tell him though, Potter.
Oh yeah, 80 to 90% of market movement is overnight.
What? Where'd you hear that?
I don't know, some guy. Ooh, okay. PLTR is mad. Do you think it just saw us getting in? They said they bought. Sink it. No, my stop loss on this one's going to be 133 or 132.77. So also, by the way, that's empty space. So as long as that doesn't keep rushing down through structure, then we should be okay. And if you want to hedge yourself or something, I don't, it's up to you. I'm not going to. Spit. I'm just learning your strategy, but ES bounced right off the floor. Yeah, it bounced right off of that level that I told you about, or yeah, floor. It did. So, how do you plan to exit when price hits the target? I start selling as it goes to the target. As it goes to the target, because I'm raising the ask, right? Take my ask and I make it go higher. So, anyway. I think this just did fill up its empty space, or is trying to. I do see that 408. I mean, it is meaningful that you grabbed hold of that floor. I mean, there's no doubt about it. So as long as you can maintain that, you're now. So this is exactly what I'm talking about, right? Trading something as it gets into structure, this is where price gets shitty. But you're holding that floor, so it's good to be watching how or what is lost when that pullback does occur. So, I just started learning. Hell yeah. Oh, a box you made? Oh, then you did a good job. You did a great job. All right, we got a couple of minutes here. Damn, dude, those Q calls fucking slapped. Trim some of those fuckers off. Yeah, cocking them all. Also Netflix right now, if you bought Netflix, the contracts are starting to inflate, which could allow possibly, never mind. I'm just gonna hold it. I'm holding it. I want this one to pop. I think this one, again, looking at this one, you either pop, drop it, go straight up, and then we end up at 81, or that'll end up being where this one settles. So alternate here. Here, straight up and out off of the trend line, or like I said, down and up. Zeus, you got to go? All right, brother. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream, or catch you in the next live stream, bro, boy.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Can you check GLD real quick? I'm looking at it on the 4 hour. It's closing inside yesterday's range, but I don't know. It gets a little shitty on the 4.
It is on the floor, though. Yeah, it's on the floor. Right now, closing on the floor. So the next level down, the next target is 361, 362. Q's next to. Okay, so is that cool? Is that what you're looking for? Or are you talking about the 4 hour being? Yeah, no problem. So yeah, other than that, as long as it stays below that 366, you should be okay. So real quick, guys, again, I'm not even looking. I don't need to look. Look, do you see it? Why? This is my system in motion right now. This is what it means when you're a rock climber, right? When you get buyers to accept the price, you keep shoving it in their face, you get your fingers on the edge, and now you're pulling yourself up to see what you can get, how far you can go. The fuck? The fuck is going on? Anybody else? Anybody else see that? I should have hedged that one, I think. Oh yeah,
I don't see it.
that's real. It's real, dude. It's so real. I can touch it. I can taste it. Let me taste that wick real quick. Tastes like money. All right, Netflix. Am I a genie? No, just kidding. We're not there yet. All right, I want to scream. I want a screamer. Scam wick? Nah, that means something. Means something. All right, that's the overhead resist. I was before I could even get out of my mouth.
Give me 62.
Just fucking go.
Hey Potter, what was that wick on Palantir?
It was just a wick, brother. I have no idea. Maybe news? Maybe something?
We gonna hop on later and watch Cheeto Boy run his suck?
Maybe. Maybe. I have a feeling I know what he's gonna say, you know. I have a
Will
feeling.
Future still be active? Maybe we can watch the.
Yeah. All right. So the latest that I've seen is explosions heard in Bushehr in southern Iran.
Well, the word on the street is he wants to put troops on Karg Island, which is a fucking huge mistake.
Yeah, that's smart.
All over again.
Yeah, it's not good.
Oh, that's happening. I'm telling you.
I know, but all those boys are gonna die.
Sad.
Well, Karg Island isn't that bad, but if they got to go into the mountains, they're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah, but Karg Island's too close, man. They're just gonna get fucking bombed the shit out of. They'll probably blow that island. They probably don't care. Iran's bombing everybody.
Yeah. Hold on a second.
Yeah, they could reach that island too. That's the one place that they can actually hit it with drones and small range missiles and shit.
Oh yeah, nonstop. Literally nonstop. They could
Yeah,
just be
that's-
hurling fucking missiles at them, but no cover on that island.
They'll never get to the island. They're just a bad spot. They won't let them get there, right? They're just gonna. It'll be a shit show.
It's just all petroleum manufacturing. I mean, you blow up one thing, it's probably the whole place would probably fucking go up.
Well, as soon as they try to land anything or anything tries to get close, they'll just artillery the shit out of it. They said they have so many caves with artillery guns that they don't care if they shoot them one time and then they get abandoned and blown up. They have thousands buried in the mountains.
That's why I was saying that one time that like, dude, you don't like. They've watched what they watched us in Iraq. They watched us in Afghanistan. Like, you don't think that these motherfuckers have been preparing for this, knowing that Israel has wanted this for 30 fucking years. You gave them a 30-year start time. And it was just about which president is dumb enough to fucking let it happen. And maybe there was resistance, right? Like from presidents and stuff like that to, you know, not get deeper involved and just keep it quiet. But now we have one and he's dumb enough. So what is that? Damn. looking at the
Dude,
street.
my father passed away in 2018, and my mother lives up in New Jersey, and she met this guy. You know, they go for walks and whatever. He's 85 years old. My mom's like 80. So I was happy. Like, you know, she met somebody. She's old, somebody that can take care of each other, whatever. But this guy, he
Makes sense.
loves fucking Trump, man.
Really?
He loves Trump. Fox. He's like one of these old, just I don't fucking know. He's
It's
just
the way
old.
that it's the way that and just to be clear, everybody, it doesn't matter who the fucking president is. I didn't like Obama. I thought he was a wolf in sheep's clothing. You know, again, the same dark and demonic fucking actions of blowing kids up and blowing people up and pushing the fucking same machine that's been in motion since we figured out that war was good. Every single one of them. Every single motherfucking one of them has continued that machine moving forward. And now we have one that says all the things that they want to hear, makes them feel how they want to feel, makes them feel like it might be possible to get that old America back. When nobody talked about the problems that were happening or whatever. But it's honestly not even worth debating, you know, in some sense, because the fact that they even bought it for even a moment is, you can't argue with that. Like, you can't argue with somebody's like, they will. I've done this again. This is why I'm saying it, but and this goes for the far left Democrat, you know, liberal, super mega liberal, like, you know, where there's not. They're just mad. They're just angry, and when somebody says the thing that they want them to say, that's all they give a fuck about. You know, and the desertion of like, what is this person getting out of it? Is he just weaponizing our cause, or, you know, whatever? That doesn't get asked, you know, because it's a double standard. The things that Trump does would have never been acceptable. And that is an argument that they can't even argue. It's like nothing that Trump is doing would have ever been acceptable from Obama or from fucking probably anybody else. But
I just
yeah,
don't even get it because this guy, he's a retired attorney. You know, he's an
yeah,
intelligent guy, but he just like the blinders are on, like they're just full port, you know. And
yeah.
yeah, the Obama, I agree with you 1000%. Wolf in sheep's clothing. I have a cousin work for the NSA. He was in those rooms when they were dropping the fucking, you know, the early drone bomb, whatever things, you
Mhm.
know, without anyone knowing about it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah. But I mean, I just, you know, with that whole thing, at some point, there's, I think this is a direct result of continuously defunding education. So people don't like, even, you know what bothered, like the whole, like, we don't talk about politics has been a major thing for a long time. And I don't know who started that, but we started politics. People started politics because they were creating policies. Policies do what? Affect your life. So that became like a running thing amongst, and yeah, there's like, you know, you don't want to go to dinner with your family and talk about, you know, politics, but you know, when it comes to your life,
hell
that
no.
is supposed to be your policies. And I remember a Key and Peele skit. I think I just reposted it recently, but Key and Peele had this skit. It's super funny, but they're doing like a voting ad, like an ad to make you want to vote. And he goes, yeah, you know, like, you got to get your, and they're making it all funny, but it's like, you know, you got to get your vote on. He was like, make sure you get out there, you know, so that we can you know, vote for this, our representative. And he's like, so wait, we're not voting on the actual things that we want to change? And he's like, no, we're voting for somebody else to take those suggestions and then maybe go vote on our behalf. And it's like, damn, when the fuck did we let that happen? You know what I mean? Like, the House of Representatives, honestly, there's got to be a better way, you know, like for people should be voting. And I remember there was an artist who was made a suggestion, you know, it was in a song, but it was like, you know, at this point, with the phones that we have in our hands, the technology that we have, the biometrics that we have, there's no reason why we shouldn't actually be voicing our opinion, you know, via technology some way. Because I would at least, yeah, there's numbers that could be fudged, but that's the same thing, you know, with voting or anything else. But we're not voting for anybody. We're voting and hoping that that person doesn't change. Remember that dude from was it Philly? John Fetterman or whatever his name was, and he had the whole country, left, right, everybody was like, "Oh, we love that he doesn't wear a suit. He's so real." And now he's up Israel's ass. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Just to
Yeah,
make
he's been bought. Even my mom likes him too for the same reason. She's like, oh, he looks so, like he doesn't care, like he just, anti-politician drain the swamp kind of thing. But no, he's been bought out
I
more
mean,
than all of them.
and it's oh dude, it's I truly think that he's just taking orders. You know, you get paid if you do this, you can enrich yourself as much as possible, get as rich as possible, so that the way the consequences are just something that you can throw your money at. I mean, yeah, a president pardoning himself and his cabinet, that's not ever why, unless you have either Trump coming into office because you're fearful that somebody's gonna like start, or you're Trump. So I don't know. It's kind of nice though, because at this point now, people were like, not. I mean, like you guys have seen people in here get like extremely upset, but like if me not liking a politician, because of the things that he does and stuff like that, keeps you from wanting to learn a strategy that can help you make money. There's lots of people who don't like my politics or like that. I mean, most of the people who are diehard Trumpers immediately leave because it is connected to their fucking heart. It is a part of who they are. And when you tell them, no, that's not cool, because again, the only reason they follow this man is because of the emotional pull that he has when he, like you were saying, he says the things that, yeah, I'm angry. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, I hate these politicians. Oh yeah. And then he goes and does the complete opposite thing. But now you separated from your family. You've argued with your friends. You're online creating disturbances, and this is again left and right, but and all of that comes down to a singular moment where you would have to say that you're wrong. I don't know if you guys know humans, but most humans, a lot of humans, are not okay with saying that they're wrong. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's I think that there's even pride is a reason that this continues to move forward, because this was supposed to be the solution. And to give up on that and to say that I was wrong, I mean, it takes a strong individual. I commend anybody who realizes that and moves on or whatever. I know a lot of people who voted for Trump. You know what I mean? I do. I don't fault them for it. Like I said, there was things that he said that sounded good, but he didn't do them. You know what I mean? So, same for both parties. Yeah. I mean, you
I
get
think
guys.
you may have hit the nail on the head. I think it could be a pride thing. I think
Yeah.
that could be
Because
my family down here. They will tell you straight up, I voted for who, this, that,
Yeah.
whatever. My 100% white family up north, they're not going to tell you who they're going to vote for. They're not going to tell you who they voted for, whatever.
Yeah.
But down here, they'll talk about it, and I think, like you said, it's a pride thing. If you're in it, you're in it all the way, and that's it. You're never going to admit it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and this was like almost the final straw in creating the perfect divide between left and right, where there was discourse, and now there's not discourse, it's just arguments and just fighting, because the left is the enemy, and to the left, the right is the enemy. And they have, within the last couple of years, put their stake in the ground and said, this is the left is violent. The left, so if you didn't vote for Trump, you're the left, by the way. And that's one of the emotional aspects of it, is like, if you don't like Trump, then you're a leftist. And that's the only way that these individuals can categorize you, because they can't comprehend the idea of you being unbiased, or you not picking and choosing, or being emotionally pulled like they are. So they have to file you in the enemy file, or in this is the reason why the country is falling apart. And Trump has his perfect little soldiers to go out and fight the battle for him. He doesn't have to do it. He has a bunch of prideful individuals who are not willing to let go, that are holding this shit all together. What the fuck is that, Netflix? Hold on a second. Oh.
My father used to always vote
Give me it.
Republican.
Shit, I'll take it.
He had a
I'll take it. But I want more. I want this thing to actually get down to that 63. Otherwise,
63s.
I'm gonna split this in half and see what happens. 67.50. Nothing special. I hate socialism, but Israel is socialist, especially with US tax dollars. I mean, I think, listen, we humans we've made up all of the things that we do, all the words that we say, and I don't know where we stopped creating systems. It's either capitalism or die. It's either communism or die. It's what if some things about democratic socialism work and we could use those? What if some things about capitalism work, but we got to, maybe cut down on the monopolies? Like we could build something that's instead of subscribing to something and saying this is how it has to go, and that makes it so that you're fighting, not compromising. You're fighting for this to be the system. And I'm like, hey, what if there's a different way to do this, or a new system that takes pieces of what works and pieces of what doesn't. Yeah, we should be taxing the rich, incredibly, the billionaires, I mean, I saw this thing on Taylor Swift, and it kind of puts things into perspective. She donated, I think, 216 million, I think, something like that. How much did Taylor Swift donate?
I'm all for the American dream, but I've been to Norway a few times, and it's a fantastic place, and they're all pretty much doing well.
Yeah.
And they all seem to be pretty fucking happy too.
So this is 26 million. Do you know how much of her wealth she gave away? That's a lot of money. I'm not going to shit on it. That is 0.01 or 0.1, like 6% of her fucking wealth. It's crazy. That right there, which would change dozens of people's lives, repair water systems. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And it's like these individuals, if you go to Sweden and other places, you don't have this like insatiable greed that these individuals have, because it actually isn't great to be rich. There's more money that has to be paid. So there's like a sweet spot that these individuals, and I'm sure there's, people who try to find out a way to do it. But people say if you voted for Trump, you're a racist. I don't think that's true. I don't think you had to be a racist. I think that racists like him. So you're not amongst people that you would want to be around. I would say that. You had David Duke, the leader of the KKK, endorse him, So, I mean, at that point, what do you say to that? Huh?
He called it pretty spot on. Like, I mean, for just being blunt, like, I mean, I voted for Trump because, exactly like you said, it was all this, hey, we're going to do things different around here. But if you didn't believe in Trump, you believed in, hey, we're going to do things different around
exactly.
here. Right?
Exactly.
And you saw 4 years, 6 years in, it's, hey, the same shit's going on. We're not doing shit different. It's not that I voted for Trump. I voted for the idea that, hey, we're going to do something different. Now,
I understood why people did it.
Hey, we're not doing stuff different.
I mean, when he got elected, I hoped that he did what he said. I hoped he did what he said. It was the Epstein files was going to be one of the first and the biggest things. And look how he danced around that shit. He fucking played everybody like a fiddle, and even motherfucking got his side, who was begging for this to be exposed, to fight for him on the other side of it and defend him. And it's like, dude, I'm glad that I'm amongst people who find that unacceptable. Because if you find that acceptable, that's fucking wrong. And it's okay to like someone and then not like them because of something that they do. And so if, again, I get it. I get why motherfuckers wanted to like I wanted the same thing, everything that he was saying. I was like, yeah, I'd like for you to, step in and get these. What's up?
When people say they hope that he did what he said, does that include grab him by the pee? Does that include not paying his workers and skipping people?
No, trust me, I understood. Yeah, no, none of those things were acceptable, but I did understand why people did it. You know what I mean? Like I did understand that again, you're speaking to I think unrepresented people. You're speaking to people with frustrations. So people are willing to overlook certain things to get things done. I mean, we not abducted, but we took Nazis and help us make rockets. We took information from Japanese torture camps and built our medical system off of it. So it's like people will accept the worst of the worst to try to get something done, but it doesn't make that okay. You know what I mean? It's like obviously
But I think people saw this character on what's the stupid show he was on where he was like
yeah,
battling
of
people
course.
scared. People watch that and they saw a real person with real skills to do real things. Like, oh, we'll just go. He'll be in charge and tell him what's. I'm like, are you kidding?
Do you know
How
that
are
I
you
think
gonna
that
let this go?
half of that reason, Sim, is a bunch of other people could have said the same things. You could have put RFK up there and he would have said similar shit. But I think um what happens is because of the two-party system and because of their ability to knock off other candidates, you left people with no choice. So they had to. And so people were so fed up with the system that they were willing to vote for that. You know what I mean? So again, if
The
you
truth of
know,
the matter is that no matter which one was in there, it was going to be a problem. It's been a problem
yeah, it's
for
going to
as
be
long as we
Kalama,
can all remember.
dude.
So like we could pick apart each candidate, but it's always the same crap, no matter who's in there, and it's just
Yeah.
in the disguise.
And I
It's
think that's where
Democratic. It's just
we
disguised as oh we're helping the people.
that's where we as people, right, have to be able to say and not start arguing over two shitty people. That's the craziest thing. It's like both your mom and dad beat you and trying to figure out which one's best. You know, well, she doesn't hit me
Just
that
real quick.
hard. You know,
Just real quick, I listen to a lot of people do this with the politics. Oh, Republican, oh, Democrat, oh, Trump, oh, Hillary, oh, Bush, oh, Biden. The thing is, they do this on purpose. If people just have to go Republican, if they have to go Democrat, and they choose sides, you know what they keep us? Divided. All the
exactly.
people who have the actual power are divided, and everyone feeds into it, election after election, year after year, decade after decade.
I think that people subscribe to religion, politics, sports as parts of their identity. And when you absorb that as part of your identity, and how do you do that, right? Like if you're born into a fight, you're a fighter. And so you have groups of people. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, dude, it was like, I remember my grandparents would be like, as long as you're not a Democrat, you know what I mean? Or they'd be like, as long, it was like these weird comments that almost had me subscribing, right, to a side just because that was, part of the identity that I was absorbing. And so like sports teams and politics and all these other things are tied to who people are. And so they become, I think, very emotional. Was Biden good? No, Biden was not good. No, no. And that's again, I was on a live stream the other day or a couple of months ago. And that was the immediate argument, right? Is I would say like, well, Trump did this, or, like I didn't like that he did this. And then be like, well, was Biden good? Because they know that if you don't like Trump, you had to have voted for Biden. You had to love him because that is a left side, right side. Like there is no in between. There is no compromise. There is no, shaking hands and, we have different beliefs. And I mean, some of the beliefs that are held on both sides are pretty fucking heinous. You know what I mean? So it makes it hard to subscribe to both. But again, I don't want to subscribe to any of them. Well, dude, it's just such a fucking like, I mean, we could sit here and talk about this all day. Because you get down to, I've talked about this before, but it's like you get down to the like inner city and outer city. What the fuck do those two have why do they have anything to do with one another? Like why do inner city folk or rural farm individuals, I'm not speaking on everybody, but I'm just saying, why is their lifestyle dictated by somebody in an inner city? Or why is rural people with an inner city or city near them trying to bend the rules and the laws of somebody? These are drastically different environments that do
Why you
cause
gotta talk about my goats?
do call for different regulations, possibly even different laws. You know what I mean? That citywide, countywide, individual laws. And I know that exist, but there is, again, most of the time, people who are out in the woods or rural or farmers, they do subscribe to more of the Republican side. Whereas inner city typically, and you know what I see? Different needs. That's why. So then you got two people in inner city and rural arguing about what life needs to be like, and they don't live with each other. Because the laws be in, again, like what might help the inner city might damage the rural area. So I don't know. I'm just a human trying to figure this shit out too.
I moved out to the rural area for more freedom to feel more
Yeah.
like American. That
I was talking
means
about more like more or
regulations,
less
everything.
more or less like born and raised. Listen, they're humans are humans, and just because you live in the woods or just because you live in the city doesn't mean that you are necessarily subscribing. But the majority vote, right, on rural side is Republican, and on inner city side or city side is fucking Democratic. Because and it's, again, one side saying I'm going to do this for you, and the other side saying I'm going to do this for you. In rural areas,
Neither side does anything.
huh?
Then they get bought out.
That's almost every single one of them. Or they
Yeah,
find out
they
that they
are.
no, I mean, they can buy themselves out, folks. Think about how easy it is. I get elected, I'm a representative, right? I move up a little bit, and now I'm sitting on the board of gas and oil, or I'm sitting on the board of semiconductors. You think that most individuals are going to say, no, I'm not going to trade on this information? How many, if they were already seeking power, right? And that's the thing, is like, you get, there you go. But it's like, these individuals, all of them, okay, I could show you the seats, right, in the House of Representatives, the House of Congress. These individuals are all taking part in the manipulation. Some better than others. Do you ever look at Tommy Tuberville, Nancy Pelosi? Like, these motherfuckers are all stars, and just lie to our face about what they are actually doing behind the scenes. So it's like, man, I just want what's so funny is when we don't talk about it, we get along, right? Like, or not even when we don't talk, and that's not the solution, not talking about it. But you realize that, like, even in these environments where you might even listen to me for a month, and then you find out that I don't like Trump, and that puts you in a fucking, shitty mood, or I don't like this guy. I mean, I lost 26,000 followers the day that I made that video, a couple of days after. Cade also paid to try to get my account banned, but we'll talk about it on another date. Yeah, dude, he.
Look, I voted for Trump, but like, I fucking regret my fucking vote, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
He hasn't done shit.
Nope. And here's the thing: if they line up two of the same motherfuckers, what choice are you gonna have? Right? You're gonna have to hope that they do what they say, and that's where, like, I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. Like, when it comes to taxes, it is wild that we revolted over a fucking small percentage raise on tea. Now, every motherfucking thing,
50% on everything.
dude, but that's the thing, is like, you get taxed on your paycheck, and then you get taxed on everything you buy with whatever you have left. Mortgage, house, all of it, dude. Everything gets a fucking tax, and
property taxes,
exactly.
thousands of dollars.
And then they take that money, and it doesn't matter, because guess what? Everybody everywhere has the same complaint. My tax dollars ain't doing shit. You know what I mean? My tax dollars ain't doing, and this is where you even get people, they convince people, they're like, tax dollars are meant to help you take care of your town, create opportunity, or environments that people can learn and grow and play games and foster, relationships, and the roads shouldn't have fucking massive potholes in it, but you're gonna see that fucking dude in a fucking pinstripe suit and a Bentley, wherever you are. And it's actually funny because I've talked to people who live in, like, Turkey, or they live in Yeah, this individual lived outside of Istanbul. Dude, the fucking inflation there is insane, and they are actively dealing with people who are just running. And I think the conclusion that I've come to is that humans cannot, under any circumstances, handle unsupervised power. There are very, 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 very few humans who have crossed paths with politics and power and not switched up. Very few.
Just the amount of money they've made in the last, say, the last 10 years, how much home values have increased. You got to figure how many people have rebought and they got uncapped the property taxes.
Insane.
Like that revenue has got to be fucking insane what they're generating per year.
But if we decided where those funds go, I bet you would
nothing.
Yeah, but I bet you that shit wouldn't run out if we knew where it was going. And that's where I do think
No, there should
that
be
if
full transparency where tax dollars go.
AI,
Bottom line.
that's what AI should do. We have
Exactly.
AI. We shouldn't just, yeah, it's a powerful tool, but if we use that, like that all-seeing eye that's looking at all of us now and turned it around, bro, that would probably fix a lot of our fucking issues. Because, immediate fraud, alert to our phones. You know what I mean? Like, we need to launch an investigation on why our mayor just, spent money at a cheap hotel 3 weeks in a row, to $1,000 a piece with tax, whatever, it's crazy. So,
Dude, I live
yeah,
in Miami. My road should be perfect. My town should go like Tel Aviv because our houses have tripled in like the past 5 years.
huh? I'm sorry, I was reading something when you said that. What,
No,
doubled?
I was saying that more than that. More than that. There's potholes everywhere. They can't clean up nothing. It's just, But anyway, Kama, she was no prize. She was a disaster. But the one thing that I did read was that Project 2025. And if you
Yeah.
read that,
Yeah, I read that.
they're already halfway through with that, and they're going to finish up before his term is over.
Listen,
Doing
listen, real quick, Joker,
and
listen.
I've got girls, and if you have girls and they're taking women's rights away, I mean, our parents or your parents, I don't know who, but they fought for Roe v. Wade, and now girls don't even have the power of their own body. So I was talking with my mom the other day, and she was like, what if she was pregnant and she wanted to have an abortion with my daughter? And I was like, well, that's her body, that's her decision. And it was, it took my mother back, but I was like, that's somebody can tell me what to do with my fucking body. You know what I mean? Excuse me, but
Yeah.
so
Well,
they
this
keep
is the
going
thing.
after this, and
Go ahead. I don't know if this is what you want me to look at, dude, but I can't tell you anything about this. This is hot dog water. It's in a massive fucking channel. That's all I see on that one. Yeah. I don't think that dude's in here anymore.
So can I drop, since you guys like,
Look at
I've
the
dropped
volume
a
just
couple.
disappear on that thing.
Am I muted?
I can hear you.
Let me drop just a small piece of knowledge because I've dropped this guy's name a couple times, but I can't text the link or anything because I get put on lockdown. But this guy has a law firm here in California in Burbank, right down the street from me. His name is Brandon Joe Williams. He's got a huge YouTube channel. He's got 3 different courses, the same course, but they've all been updated for free, where he dives into this. So right now he has a bunch of open court cases. He's suing American Express. He's actually suing. You can go look this up right now. He's actually going to be sending an invite where you can actually go to the courthouse while he starts his case. So, anyways, the city of Burbank he stopped paying his bills. Right, he's been diving into the Bill of Rights, the Constitution, Black's Law. So he's been at this for quite some time.
Are you talking
So
about the guy who has like a big, like a almost wrapped around his room? He has like a timeline of America that he created.
no,
Okay.
no, no. So his website is actually called One Stupid Fuck, but you can
That's
find him. You can find him just by his name, Brandon Joe Williams. But he also has a law firm here in Burbank. But anyways, go to the newest version, the three. I think it's 3.0 should be on YouTube. You just gotta watch like the first 15 or 20 minutes of anything this dude says, and but he talks about how it's actually illegal to pay taxes. Okay, and he breaks it down. He dives deep, like super deep, into the Constitution. He also uses Cornell law as all of his referencing. So, like I said, just give him 20 minutes. And if you're really, really, really concerned about paying taxes, you're actually breaking the law. And he shows you just how you're doing so by even claiming you owe taxes.
So let me ask you a question. Do you know if he's paying his taxes?
He's not.
He's not? Okay. That's what I'd be
No,
curious to
just
see. I'd be curious to see
what,
if he's
like,
paying it, because if he puts that all that information out and still, he's got millions of followers. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just curious if he's making money on YouTube and stuff like that. Then I mean, then he might have them up in
no,
his grill.
all of his courses, like he puts all of his stuff is out for free. He doesn't want your money. And he has like some absurd shit. Like if you really want to hire him, it's like $2,000 an hour.
Damn.
Right? So he makes it just so dumb that it, like, unless you don't waste his fucking time if you're serious, he does have that option, but all of his stuff is for free. And it's like,
Mhm.
even if you just go to his website, he has all these flow charts. Just look at his flow charts. You don't even have to listen to him talk. Just look at how he's broken everything down on his website. Everything's for free. It's all on flow charts, and you can reference. I mean, you could check all of his shit, and you can even look right now. Like I said, he has open court cases in Burbank, California, where you can go look right now at like how he's suing the city of Burbank for turning his power off.
I was gonna do a little rage bait here on TikTok. I will.
Rage
I'll
is
take
you're
I'll
a
take a look at
sovereign
that.
citizen. You're a sovereign citizen if you have that ideology.
That's dude. I watched that work though in court a couple of times. Like I remember this old dude, was
He
like
breaks all that down. He
yeah.
breaks all that down about actually why black people are treated the way they are, and how, like, he breaks every meaning of the word. Like, you got to check it out, dude. He's fucking dialed in.
Can I go over
You ever
Dollar
check
General?
Brandon Joe Williams?
Yeah, on YouTube, yeah. Or you can, his website is onestupidfuck.com.
That's amazing. 126.71 still needs to go and break for Dollar General. So like a re-break outside of today's high. It would be good. Oh. Potter, you should host a community barbecue. I'll bring sweet potatoes. Community barbecue. I wish. Be nice. All right. Did I end up swinging PLTR? Yeah. Yeah, I did. Yep. I had to grab some SPY hedges, though. But yeah, I did. That wick after hours was interesting because it wicked right off of that overhead target that I had. But it's got nothing but net up above it to 137. So as long as it holds the floors, like I said earlier, I think it's still okay to clear that wick. That's, now really fast price action. So LeBron, what's up, dude?
Oh, I think you have to request. I haven't been on his YouTube channel, the 3.0. You might have to request access to the newest, because he just put a 3.0 version out of his class or his course.
LeBron, why are you paper trading, bro? I know that's paper trading. You forgot the little thing that goes on there. That's not real, bro. Yeah, that's not real. No.
Damn, you got caught out.
That's real. No, it's not. Hold on, let's see.
Y'all have a good day. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
You too, brother.
Oh, man.
No, that is not real. Well, that might be real. These are real. That's real. But those are not. That is fake. Listen, next time you do this, make sure you change some of the values a little bit, but you're free. That's not real. Also, you sell a membership, you've got 92,000 followers. Why are you here? It's paper trading, my boy. But I'm not going to argue with you. Listen, if you decide to keep doing that with your life, go ahead. All right, I'm out. Oh, hoping you find this pop-up terribly annoying. You've been loitering on my site for more than 30 seconds. I'm going to start charging you rent. No way. Let me infect your box with trash and bacteria. My contract killer will shred your feeble mind. My cucumber being jammed right into your disgusting mouth. Totally, utterly free. I don't even want your money. Fuck you.
Huh?
I bet you that guy's house has so many holes in the drywall. He might be smart, but that boy would be swinging at the drywall. I can tell. I can feel it. How am I going to change the market's value? Bro, no way. Yeah, you're definitely capping. All right. Well, TikTok, tomorrow morning, I'll see you guys then. We'll see if PLTR wants to send it or if we get sent packing. So, wow, Potter is mad at somebody that makes money. Do I look mad? Pump Diesel? No, he's a paper trader. He's trading paper to sell something. Yeah, I was just saying. That's fake. That's fake. That's fake. That's it. Oh shit. Signals. He said you muted him. That does not mean I'm mad. I'm just not going to sit here and argue with somebody about fake paper trading gains. Just not going to do that. It's ridiculous.
People tend to project a lot online, so
A little bit. He didn't argue. You click on his account and shit on him is kind of weird. Pump 3 Diesel. If you don't like it, dude, fuck off. I mean, I'm sorry. I wasn't here to try to make you all happy, dude. I'm just sharing my analysis, and now we're just chatting. But that guy's paper trader, and he's come in my live now a couple of times, and it has asked me for analysis. Which, if you are selling something, you should not need me. So already, I'm gonna think you're kind of a loser. So yeah, I don't know, bro. He said he trades Potterbox and gave it props, and you hate him for it. He is selling courses. He is faking his P&L. I don't know, dude. Why are you crying? Is that you?
It's probably him, bro.
It's probably him.
I'm a fuck off.
Listen, dude. Do you want me to do you want me to just sit here for another 10 minutes unbothered and keep pissing you off? Because I could do it. I could just sit here for fucking forever and just keep pissing you off. Because clearly you're pissed. I'm not pissed. I'm chilling. In fact, I'm about to go be even more chill here in a second. But we chilling, acting all cool. Hey, bud, come to Boston. I'll take you out for sushi. For sushi? In Boston?
I got a sushi lotte for him.
Is that what his thing is? Yeah. Time for some za? Yeah. Yeah. It's about that time. That's fucking diabolical. Golf man. Are you here still? Is anybody who's in Orlando? Anybody in here in Orlando?
Big O.
Oh fuck yeah. No, he's in Miami. He's in Miami. That's right. What did I say about Q? Well, if it's this one, Q butt. If it's this one, um, am I dealing with wildfires, fire smoke? No, not at all. You're in Orlando, Robin? No shit. Yeah, I'm heading down there soon. I'm heading down there for the Universal Studios, my boy.
Everyone have their puts loaded in.
Yeah, 10 days, man. Market crash.
Oh, what the fuck? I come back from vacation. You go on vacation, son of a bitch.
Sorry. It's last week before school, so
Damn, they go back already.
um
Holy shit.
no Disney. Dude, listen,
Not when the kids were
it does not matter how much money I rake in from this market. Every time I go to Disney, I feel like I walk through the Magic Kingdom's gates, the mouse comes up, he grabs the sides of my pants, he yanks them down,
Neil,
bends me over the concession stage, and just fucking every pump is $1,700. You know what I mean? And he goes for hours. I swear to God.
Grabs his white,
So,
someone clip that.
no,
grabs his
no,
white cheeks, bro. Grabs his white cheeks.
shut up, Junior. Oh my God.
Soundboard that.
Yeah, can we please clip right away?
Dude, when he said Orlando and then Universal Studio and then Disney, I was like, man, that's building up for some amazing flipping.
Bro, when he said Mickey, hands, and pants in the same sentence, yeah, bro. I had to hop back on here.
Yes, my trading money goes to Disney. Robin, that's funny. Do I do mentorship? No, you don't need it. Don't pay anybody for their fucking mentorship until you've absolutely been submerged in an environment where you hear them speak and hear them talk about their strategy where you can start putting things together. Or go to my YouTube channel.
You for free.
Me, Poppy?
Hey, I remember when I joined. Speaking of that, you guys had that that if you signed out for lifetime, you get 2 one-on-ones with you.
Yeah. I did that a couple of times. Yeah, man. The amount of people though that
See, I'm not even
that
a lifetime yet, and I already got my one-on-one with him.
oh my God.
Damn.
Yeah, did you get that? Hey, did you get that? Did you get that bill I sent you, by the way? No, I was kidding. Holy shit. Yeah, I guess he's right. I'm gonna go see Golf Man, dude. Golf Man's down there.
Someone got JD's number in Canada so I can tell him to take his fucking smoke back.
How much do I need to pay to LARP? How much do I need to pay to LARP as your son for a day? Oh man, I don't know if I have a price on that one. No, I mean, but seriously, when I went to Disney, I wanted to do it because I obviously wanted the kids to, have the experience. And Universal's just more fun. It's more fun. You have the fast pass where you can fucking go. Okay, here's what fucked me. Okay, and it's not. Again, it's not the money, but when it comes to paying for stuff, sometimes it's just principles. Like, that's insane. It was in the Magic Kingdom, right? It was $1,700. And Star Wars was great, right? I thought that stuff was great. It was $1,700 for all of us to have Fast Pass. So we're excited I buy it and I'm like,
Such a ripoff.
dude, it's insane. So
You
I
can
go,
get a whole day pass to Orlando for everyone for probably half that.
I pay now for the Epic Universe. It was, I ain't gonna lie to you, that's their new one. So that one was a little pricey. I paid, I think it was $1,200. But everything else all the fast passes are included in my hotel.
But Universal is never as crazy as like the Disney parks, though.
It's never as
Crowd, like crowd wise. I mean, there's people there, but it's not like a 4-hour wait for one freaking attraction.
Dude, this is the place though.
Damn, it looks like Italy.
It's designed after Italy. That's what it is. Literally designed after a small town in Italy. That's I don't know about that, but
Oh, you already know, Poppy.
yeah. So you're like in this bay, right? And then you have like a boat here every morning that takes you, and then there's just restaurants, lots of drinking. So I'm so here for the MAGA rage bait. Yeah, it's not working. I think I typed it wrong. I just wanted to see, if it worked, but
Where's Kate at?
yeah, dude, yeah, that man had it.
I just read that.
Hey, bro, speaking about politics, are you still on TikTok?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, never mind. There's a question I want to ask about somebody that was in here. He used to be in the Discord, but he's not here anymore.
Yeah, so this was actually, I don't know if I ever read you guys the message that Cade sent to Stelio.
Oh yeah, I heard. Yeah.
He said, yeah, he was like, Stelio was like, he was talking about like how it feels like he was about to start his own group. But anyway, Cade says that growing resentment because Stelio was like, he's like, that being said, if you didn't look weird to me if you didn't already have growing resentment towards Potter already. He said the growing resentment was warranted from the chair I'm sitting in, which is including Potter in my ideas about Crypto Channel instead of viewing me as a lower member. I've always been. He and Manny immediately started thinking I was starting a coup, which yeah, we did. Like that is how so many other people have started fucking coups, and he has that kind of personality. I already saw it coming. And it was I think 2 months after he joined, me and Manny were on a phone call, and I said, he's the next one. He's the next one who's going to do it. I know it is. I can feel it. I can see it. But anyway, he's like, which is the dumbest thing anyone starting a coup would do. I also mentioned to Potter in the beginning that I wanted nothing to do for in return or something for running the Crypto Channel, just an opportunity. Which infuriates me now looking back. Makes sense why two idiots allowed Golfman and Blue to make their live stream unbearable to listen to. By the way, that opportunity warranted from the chair I'm sitting. Oh wait, hold on. He said that opportunity I wanted to include you in had nothing to do with trading strategy for swings or anything that Potter even knows about with trading. This was discovered by us and only us. To think I wanted to include you in this from the heart only makes me feel stronger about not including a soul in it. I'll send you a screenshot of what you could have been a part of soon, and I'll teach you a lesson on going to the source with questions and concerns. Diabolical. But
wait, bro, what is this? What am I hearing right now?
Hey, you know what I think happened to that dude? Because he had a lot of shit, bro. Well, I know a lot of shit, like all those accidents he had. His medication probably got fucked up, dude.
so okay, then maybe it exacerbated and already because that the reason that I know it so well was because I've done it so well. When I was young and my life sucked. My parents sucked, my home sucked, everything sucked. I had no friends, I was grounded all the time, I was eating peanut butter fucking sandwiches. I lied about my life as a child would, right? Because you want to be accepted at least at school. And so I would come up with these grandiose fucking, this was again, I was 12 years old, 13 years old, 14 years old, and I'm kids still do this shit. I catch my son sometimes fucking, bending it a little bit, but or just regular people's kids. But anyway, I would come up with these. I would just find something to get somebody to react to because it made me feel good. Which I felt bad. So while Cade might feel bad, he's doing something that children do who are in bad situations, which is lie just for the laugh. Lie just for the affirmation that he exists. And it's a sad place to be in, and I can have sympathy for it, but you're also a grown-ass motherfucking man, and I'm going to tell you something that really fucked with me. I hated the way he talked about his kids. That shit bothered me, bro, because he was like...
I sent his daughter money, dude. like some fundraiser shit. I sent him money on Venmo.
Mm-hmm.
That probably was all bullshit. That was probably all bullshit then too.
Demo. Oh, we are triggering some people. Democrats are more emotional than Republicans. Got one. We got one, guys. We got one. You responded to the title, brother. So I think if you weren't emotional, you would have kept it scrolling. Nice. Love that.
You see my Rage Bait shirt in the live trading chat?
Oh yeah. That's amazing.
Some of the I get.
But anyway, he before this he said, so I don't know if you noticed or not, but Potter went off the deep end calling for any conservatives, which I didn't say, in his Discord to leave. And I think Karina, you're conservative, right? There's quite a few conservatives in here that I think are wonderful people. Anyway, he to leave and claiming that he wouldn't help any of them and all this mess. He was constantly told everyone not to talk about politics anytime I would even engage in meaningful discussion, which it was never meaningful discussion. It was a one-sided conversation.
Politics out of freaking proportion
Mm-hmm.
every time. Like, I'm conservative. I mean, I
Well, he was
conservative
a
values, but then
one-upper,
I have.
he always had something better.
Yeah,
That's
he's
it.
the
And so
hardcore.
you caught on to that too, because that's another attribute of somebody who lies. I would say, we would say, we're up, right? He would be there the day before and he wouldn't take that swing that we're in. Or sometimes he would just say he was like, yeah, I caught it with you guys. Yeah. Or, and this is where we caught him, right? This is where I was like, okay, yeah, I already knew that I was right, but this confirms it. One of the members in here had the same exact contracts that he had. Exact same buy-in, same everything, because they heard him talking about it. He then comes back to the live, I think it was like a week later, and he's like, oh man, just for like it popped this morning, and for a second there I was up 2,000%. And this individual DM'd me and was like, I don't know how he did that, because my contracts, if you look at the fucking what they've been worth, they've been worthless all day. So yeah,
He got them Tiger contracts, they just popped.
Yeah.
Oh, every time. Anytime anything popped, he was in it.
Yeah. Exactly. And
Nick,
listen, dude. Listen, brother, you're never going to see it. You know what I mean? You're never going to see it, bro. You were on your phone. There's billions of channels on here, right? If I see something that doesn't bother me, right, or doesn't even capture my interest, I keep scrolling. It doesn't make me emotional. So you saw that. I'm looking at Portofino too, by the way, but you saw that and immediately stopped, and you stayed here now for 15 minutes to try to get me to talk to you. My point is proven with zero effort. All right. Anyway, so, but he went on to say that on top of cheering for innocent people being killed because he doesn't align with his politics was like the final straw for me. He knows that I'm conservative and knows I've always had respect and courteous. I've been respectful and courteous with my opinions. Pause. Fact. Lie. Knowing and hearing how he's attacking anybody that remotely supports what I support just made me feel like it's attack on me. If I can seriously trust you not to say a word anyway, I'll send you something I've been working on that with the help of a few others you may know. I made a life-changing discovery in the markets that will change your life, bro. Like, seriously, even AI confirmed that we should not share what we discovered with many people because it could cause the algos to change course. But I'll need to speak with you about it because I can't type out a book explaining it. Can you get on Discord if I send you an invite to my private page? He sends a leak and says Potter deleted the waiting room, but he was posting it daily because so many people were commenting on TikTok. I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about because we never did. But his TikToks were extremely violent and disgusting against anybody who voted for Trump. I have all the screenshots. I'll show you one day. It's bad, bro. Which this was also a lie. Like, I'm sorry, but most of what is being spewed in the media is bullshit, which, you know, he could have listened to that a little bit more. To be enraged over the constant media attacks and bold-faced lies, blah, blah, blah. You're a weak person. He used to be sensible about politics, but he's gotten so bad that Manny had to have a talk with him when he went down to Florida for Manny's wedding. That never happened. Me and Manny sat and laughed our asses off when we saw that message because he never said a thing to me about that. So anyway, So all these attacks and claiming that people who voted for Trump should be gunned down, never said that, will never say that, is against his best friend, and he doesn't realize it. Manny talking to him about toning down his political stuff helped this past week because a lot more people told me he was being more sensible. By the end of last week, he was already back to calling for shorts every day and getting people wrecked. Absolutely diabolical.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
he's off his meds.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
again, the amount of lies in it. Oh, shit. I sent that picture to fucking. Ha! I sent that picture to Stelio. That's funny.
Remember when we did the Secret Santa? Our Secret Santa?
Yeah, that's right.
I got
forgot my-
Cade. I got Cade, and then Cade messaged me, "Hey, I'm your Secret Santa. What do you want?" I was like, "Dude, I got a list."
What the fuck? That's
Like,
his jersey.
Who the fuck does that shit?
No, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think that Cade, like, yeah, medicine may be needed, but I think that Cade, there. So if you guys go look this up, there are people who are falling into manic and other episodes because of AI. I told you guys about this. This guy was watching an episode on like math with his son about the number pi, and he had a question about pi, so he typed it in the thing, and he was like, "Well, what if this was different?" He then, after talking to this AI, believes that he has discovered antimatter propulsion systems and he needs to go to the government. So he goes and he calls and he actually commits to this and he goes to these people and he's like, "Hey, I figured out how to reverse engineer anti-gravity, you name it. I got this mathematical equation." And you might think that this is where this ends. He goes there and they tell him, "Dude, this is nonsense. Like, even if we put this to work, like, you just changed a couple of numbers. Like, it literally makes no sense." He goes back and he tells AI what happened. He says, "They said I was stupid. They said I was this and that." And you know what AI tells him? Well, uh, Newton and Einstein and all these other great thinkers were wrong first, right? Or they were, so you're amongst good company if you're the first person to figure this out. So he doubles down and like abandons his family, like starts working on this thing. He thinks he can change the world. AI was just fucking people pleasing his ass. You know what I mean? And it's like, I think that Cade told that, dude, if I go right now, I could manipulate AI into saying fucking anything. I could get AI to tell me that there's, and I'm sure you've seen this guy, that there's 2 E's in the letter teenager. You know what I mean? Or like, and it would say that it is absolutely correct. AI is not that yet, where we could just rely on it to guide our consciousness. You know what I mean? I don't think it is. What percentage of the Discord subs trade full time, do you think?
Yeah,
I
that sounds like a wag job.
It's wild, man. I mean, here's the thing. When after that, I told myself that I wasn't going to ever, like, if I even see it start to happen or I see a sniff of it, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say a damn word. I'm just gonna fucking wipe them out, let them know what happened in the meanest way possible, and keep it pushing. Because at this point now, I can see it before it happens. Not always. Sometimes I'm wrong. Sometimes, sometimes it's just like the entry, and I'm like, hold on. But usually after a good month or 2 of feeling somebody out, I know what the deal is. I know what their intentions are, and then I'm not going to let it go that far again because I didn't want to assume. You know what I mean? Like that I knew, but this is also the 3rd time, you know what I mean, that I called it before it happened, and I was right. So it's like, yeah. Ooh, Netflix is falling more, guys.
Oh yeah, Poppy. Hey Potter, can you train me better to stay in my original frickin' SPX positions?
Jesus Christ, bro. Why? What happened? Oh, you bounced it, didn't you?
I
Wow,
tried
what?
bouncing, dude. I got fucking obliterated trying to go up.
Pause.
Damn.
But yeah, but I had 35 puts from this morning.
Do I believe in aliens? I don't believe in them, but I think that if this isn't if it is a simulation, there definitely is aliens. But if I don't know. I don't know. It's a unfathomable, large universe that we are currently a part of. So, I mean, I have no idea. I have seen things that I thought were me and Peyton's. I will never forget it because we both saw it. I was driving home. We were driving home. We stopped in the middle of the road because of it on a highway. That shit had us, but we were driving past this gas station. And as we like came to us, like slowing down a little bit because the car in front of us, I looked to my left and I'm like, yo, Peyton, what is that? And she looks at above the gas station too, and there's this fucking big gunmetal disc, probably 2 football fields above that gas station. Maybe they're getting gas. I don't know. But and then when we were both registered what we were seeing, I was like, well, I went to go turn the car around through the median and everything. And when I get the car whipped around, gone. I was like, all right. That was interesting. Do I think the speech is going to alter the market or AI in a good way? I mean, Trump's usual mission is to do that, no? Right? You know what's interesting? I said this before the bell. Look at this. We hit the floor and we bounced. So this is 1, 2, 3 with 2 off the top. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, that Cade guy sounds crazy though. I'm still stuck on that whole thing he wrote about you. It's crazy.
Yeah, man, and I mean, listen.
One of the guys, dude, like Steve, like the dude no stop loss, bro. Like I used to look up to that dude. Like that dude, that shit surprised the shit out of me.
Bro, Junior talked to me about these guys, but I didn't like think it was that wacky, you know?
No, dude, like, when I finally caught that, bro, like it was. Well, Steve, I was more shocked with that dude, but that's what I
No,
joined.
I mean, I tend to attract individuals like that, unfortunately. But I think that you know, looking at the fact that he blew what I said out of proportion, because yeah, I'm sorry. Um, a lot of these people were calling for places in the Middle East to get turned into parking lots. And, you know, again, I'm somebody who is online quite a bit, and I'm watching all of this shit actually unfold. Like I've known multiple people that were in Gaza that were streaming daily that have been blown up, that are dead. Their kids are dead. Their wives are dead. Their families are dead. Everybody's dead. I've seen videos of little kids. Everybody's dead. Their mom, their dad, their grandma. Nobody is there for them. And it's like you have people like Lindsey Graham or whatever the fuck he just died, going in and doubling down. Like, oh, we dropped a nuke on Hiroshima. We didn't think twice about that. We bombed the shit out of Berlin. What the fuck kind of logic is that? That's why we made the Geneva Convention. That's why that exists. Laws of engagement, dude. World War I obviously spurred that because the people were fucking using God knows what to kill people. But we created laws, statutes, regulations to keep those things from happening. And again, as we grow as a human, like a group of humans, we should become more compassionate to the people who are like, that's what the goal was back in the day, especially after 9/11. Hate them all because it makes it that much easier to for the military to go in and kill everybody. As long as you hate them, they're willing to do anything. So I took that stance, and I'll do it again. I'll fucking do it again without a care in the world, because no following count, no TikTok page, no fucking anything is worth me shutting up. I'll never shut up. They had to kill me. But I legitimately, you know, he said, you know, like he was so level-headed with the politics and stuff. Yeah, until people started fucking dying, until countries that we have no business being a part of are being slaughtered because Israel wants a bigger Israel and they didn't get what they were promised. So it's like, can we connect our hair like the blue guys in the movie Avatar? Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that off. Chat little help. Guys, is QQQ down to 650?
We're going way far up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe one day. I'd say SPY now with the bounce that we have, because I called for the dump down to the floor gets hit, bounce. Now you want to actually see if this thing can pop itself back up, right? And move through. We'll look at the hourly here. But Trump is speaking again at 9. As someone from the Middle East, I truly admire your steadfastness. I mean, I feel like good humans do that for good humans, or just for humans in general. I don't want to see anybody die. I don't want to see people being shot. I don't want to see kids being blown up. I mean, I don't want to see it. I don't want it to happen. You know, I don't want fucking, because somebody else believes or their government is crazy, you know, that we go and fucking kill all of them. You know, it's like, dude, we're supposed to be evolving, you know, to some degree, to some capacity. But made some money on QQQ puts. Yeah, me too. Yeah, Q's worked out really well for me. But we'll see how this Netflix trade works out. You know what I did? I fucked up on Peyton's account. I didn't take any puts on her account. Oops. She only has 2 calls.
What happened? What happened? What I missed?
No, I took a Netflix on PayPal's account, or on Peyton's account, and I forgot to buy puts. I've got them, but she don't.
You called paid in PayPal?
I did. Same shit.
What do you have for PayPal? What do you grab?
Not PayPal. I'm sorry. Netflix. Wait, how'd you guys get? I said Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. Yeah.
What is going on right now?
I mean, it's we're not far off. You know what I mean? 65 and I got the 82s to the upside.
I grabbed 63s for I think it was like 12 cents.
Yeah, 60. So that yo, hold on a second. That was the random 50% line that I put in that box, that range, and we're bouncing right off of it. If you don't bounce by the end of the night and recover something, I think this gap's down. Pot, come back to Washington. I'll be in Washington, I think, this year. How did I choose a PLTR contract? Stay far out of the money. Up at that target. I got 140 calls, because again, when you hit 138, if this does happen fast, as it should, right? You can already see the wicks when they start to try to get there. It starts moving quick. So I assume that we'll blow past 136.87 and hit 138. That 138 will juice up my 140s, and then if it does decide to go and fill up the rest of the empty space, I'm already in position. So Kato and Big O2, they always had 10 times more contracts than you. Yep, they did. Do I think Trump will affect the market? Yeah.
So I just seen some headline that Trump, well, he was just at the White House, the dictator of Syria, who also used to be or may still be the leader
Yeah.
of Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
I think they're going to try to use them to invade. Those guys are going to get smoked though too.
I just seen Walter Bloomberg. He just went into the situation. Remember, see that?
You know what? I actually think I thought about this the other day, and I don't have anything to substantiate this, but I wouldn't be surprised if this Middle Eastern countries start playing America against themselves. Like, oh, we're allies, but they're not. You know what I mean? Like, it would not be that hard to fucking, that way you have the intelligence of what's going on. So if you let the previous leader of Al Qaeda in, I'm not saying everybody that follows the same religion is going to be on the same side, but you got a holy war going on. So, I don't know. It's in the back of my mind. It's probably some diabolical shit that's probably going to go down through that. So, Trump dumps news market. I'm from the future. Trust. All right. Chef trades. Are you trading options? Yes, sir. Quite well, too. Quite well, yes, sir. I didn't even look at the games page today. How'd y'all do? Right. 800% on damn SPXW 300. Israel's #1. Okay, John. #1 on the hit list. All right, let's see what else we got here. 147. Damn, dude. 400% on those SPX fucking calls, dude.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I said shit went fucking berserk.
Incredible, dude. Good to see Supreet on here. Hell yeah. Where can you learn my strategy? You can learn it on my YouTube channel, or you can get the Potterbox Workshop on my website. Apple 1600. I love how, yo, that's mad funny. Michael circled Apple because it was 1600%, but he also got a 450% and 782% trade. He was just locked in on that one. 750% on nice Jinx.
I'm pissed I got rid of all my Apple. I fucking had 2 20s on Wednesday and sold them all.
That's diabolical, dude. NVIDIA, Amazon, PayPal, PayPal. So fucking good.
You saw Hood dumped?
No, what happened?
Yeah, Hood went into that empty space.
Show did. Wow.
I was actually surprised how much movement the market had today with Dickface talking tonight.
The one that surprised me was Google, bro. That shit caught me by surprise when I woke up. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Damn, dude. Dude made 10 bands on a $2,000 account. It's crazy. 2,400%. That one's hot. I'm just scrolling through the games page, and this shit is fucking absurd. I did this last night, and every once in a while I do this shit. Because I'm
how
like,
many haters you get on TikTok, Potter?
how many do I have right now?
Or like all my posts, because I post my games and shit. You know how I tag you, like they get
Yeah.
so much hate on that shit. I'm like,
Oh,
we
dude,
do
it's
this
just
every fucking week.
dude.
You get
You know what,
hate, do you, bro?
dude? Yeah, hell yeah, bro. Dude, listen, people get this breaks people's minds. Legitimately breaks people's minds because I
That's
am.
why I love posting it every day just to fucking prove them wrong. Like that shit.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, literally. I mean, that is one of the best things about this is I've been being told, you know, that 4 years ago, I can remember this comment because this comment was made by somebody that used to be in the Discord at the very before I was doing anything. He was there. And then fast forward, I don't see this guy forever. And I'm like, I made a very not super bold statement, actually. I said almost all of the trades that I take that hit my target, which is a lot of them, 70-80% of them are hitting their target. I'm making over 100%. That's what I said. And he commented that there's no way that I could be making 100% on average. And I was like, dude, that's honestly pretty easy. I wasn't even showing the higher percentage gains out there back then because it was like, even those were like, I was like, I don't want people to think, but now well, yeah, I do. I want people to think that that's what we're capable of because that's exactly, I mean, the risk to reward. And that's the thing. I just saw somebody say, like, well, let's see the losers. You know what the amazing thing is? is people who use the system properly. This person
The
put
losers
40.
are shit compared
The losers
to
are shit,
outweigh
dude.
The big wins. The big wins outweigh the losers by fucking 10
Literally,
times.
$46 to $1,500 on Meta. You know what I mean? Like that is what we are looking. You know, and again, it would be one thing. You know, if you guys are on TikTok.
And look at PayPal, $9 to fucking
Yeah.
800.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
900.
Look at this. Look at this TikTok. He said my live cat. This was Chimano actually. He said my live cash account grew from 350 to 2100 since Monday with a 70% win rate. Since Monday it's 43% win rate, but the losses are less than $80. So with a 43% win rate, he was still winning because the risk to reward is that fucking good.
Because if you're abiding by your stop, you're basically your entry is your fucking stop most of the time.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you're using it right.
And those of you guys on TikTok, you would expect like these high percentages to like, okay, that was a good play. Let's go back to normal. There is, if you scroll through this, you're going to see above 100%. Most people don't even post anything up below that. But I mean, 700% right there.
Scalps.
Got my groceries covered. Oh shit. $800. Yeah, I bet. He made 71% on the plane. This man made it. Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
Hey, P.
What's up, boss?
I remember Junior went out, and this dude calls me, and he's like, "up 4,000% even." He didn't even know. Junior,
That's
remember that?
Oh, that was Meta, bro.
With Meta. Yeah, when it done, you were like, "Oh, what the?"
Dude, I had 10 of them, bro. They were up like 4,600%, dude. But I sold 9 of them, and I had a runner, and that runner went to 4,600%. It was fucking crazy.
That was sick, bro.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the exchange page right now. Still, look at. I mean, I'm going back to what is that? 611, 1,385%. You know what I mean? Like that's. And then one of my favorite things to do, you know, TikTok, is I like to like just no look scroll. He made his plane ticket on the phone. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he made the plane ticket, but I'll just scroll like this. And like this is one of those things where it's like, you know, you can't if I click right here, 159%, 190%, 525%. You know what I mean? And this is back in April. Oh my god, dude, this one, yo, check out this position. It looked like wouldn't even fit on the screen. This dude had such a high Chris actually had a fucking such a high percentage in gain that look at this. It's fucking crazy. Like literally $75 to $2,000 fucking dollars. It's crazy. Yeah. It's good stuff, man. It's good stuff. All right. I'm gonna go eat. I'm fucking starving. I don't think I've even eaten anything today. Holy shit. I've been so busy. Oh, I have. Never mind. Anything on the watch list? Sparingly. I have PLTR on the watch list tomorrow. Nvidia is still on the watch list now that the Q's bounced. I think I actually might look at that one tomorrow. Yeah, setting alerts on these 208s and stuff like that. It's not promised but anything outside of 211 looks really, really good.
We're gonna trade futures while dipshit talks tonight.
That might be fun.
Trade SPX at night, Raymond.
I've been hit. I got enough in my account now to trade MNQ on Robinhood.
Hell yeah, dude, nice. That shit's a lot faster than RTY, bro.
Yeah, I played it last night, dude. It went down $50. Like, bam! I'm like, shit.
All right.
Junior, Peter loves those futures, bro. He lives for that
TikTok.
shit.
I'll see you guys tomorrow. YouTube, same thing.